Now I thought I'd share some of my favorite unhappy camper tweets from you guys. Here we go. This first tweet is from @BatesErica. She says, my family was singing Kumbaya together when the park ranger came and asked if we could keep it down or pick a new song. What are you doing? You're camping. Come on, dude.
Come on.
Sorry, everybody, but do you know Fancy? I like that. This one's from @Brockstar35. Yeah. He says, my friend thought it'd be funny to wake us up by shooting a shotgun right by our tent and yelling like someone shot him.
That's not funny.
It is funny a little bit, but
No.
what's wrong with people? That's insane. This one's from @CaraMarie6791. She says, I thought I packed a tent, but instead I accidentally packed a pop-up soccer goal. Useless. Useless on a camping trip.
Good.
No.
Not good in
We
real
might
life.
even like trap animals. I don't even know what it would do. This one's from Mark MacWebb. He says, pulled off the road late one night to set up camp. Thought we found a really nice spot, but woke up on a golf course. This is perfect, man. Let's just unpack right here. This one's from @Julia888. She says, at the sleepaway camp I went to, we weren't allowed to say the word hate. Instead, we had to say uncamperific.
Ooh.
Much harder
I'd
to say.
uncamperific that.
Yeah. This one's from @DannyP58. He says, every night we threw dead fish in the girls' cabin. They thought fish were jumping in the cabin out of the lake. I don't think so. I think maybe you thought they thought that.
Yeah, you thought they thought that. I don't think they thought that.
Dude, these fish are jumping out of the lake and opening the window and jumping in.
How far away from the
Yeah,
lake's
every
2
night
miles
it's
away.
happening. I can't believe it. I'm gonna buy more gems. This last one's here from @preschoolteacher. She says, I took an air mattress on a camping trip, but forgot the pump, so I slept on the ground all weekend. Got home to realize the pump was built into the mattress. There you go. There you have it. Those are our Tonight Show hashtags. To check out more of our favorites, go to tonightshow.com/hashtag. Now I thought I'd share some of my favorite one-time in class tweets from you guys. Here we go. This first one is from @Ian Wilkie. He says, I grew a rat tail over the summer. In school, the girl sitting behind me cut it off the first day and said, I'm not staring at that all year.
Justice never sleeps.
This one's from @Tweets4J. She says, a student fell asleep in class, so the teacher changed the clock to 3 p.m., shut the lights off, and had the class wait outside. It's like a cool teacher. I like that.
That's a cool teacher. Tweets.
This one's from @Dorsey Renke. She says, I was turned around talking to the guy behind me when the rubber band on my braces snapped and landed in his mouth.
Ow! Tweets.
Tweets! This one's from @Rachel Albert. She says, I grabbed the sweatshirt from the dryer and put it on. When I got to school, I pulled out a pair of my dad's underwear from the pocket.
Oh my God. Tweets.
This last one's from @IamAlexGallo. I wonder who tweeted that.
Who was it? Who tweeted it?
I don't know. This one's from IamAlexGallo. She says a girl was supposed to introduce me to the class. She said, this is Alex, and she's a virgin. I was a vegan. Oh! A vegan! There you have it. Those are the Tonight Show hashtags. To check out more of our favorites, go to tonightshow.com/hashtags. We'll be right back with Kelly Croco sweeting everybody.
Lo and behold, this is information.
So now I thought I'd share some of my favorite, my kid is weird tweets from you guys. Here we go. This first one's from @Jaren McCormick. She says, my kid told me that my butt looked like a bag full of chicken nuggets.
Is that weird?
Yeah, it's
Or
weird.
more of a truth teller?
No, that's weird. This one's from @Molly Ligon. She says, my nephew once sneezed out a Sour Patch Kid. I still have no idea where it came from. We didn't have Sour. Where'd you?
He hasn't eaten one of those in 10 years.
I found it on the sidewalk.
This one's from @Faceless Ukulele.
Oh, wow. Love faces.
So that name is taken on Twitter, so.
Yeah.
She says, one of the kids in my class came out of the bathroom and quietly said to himself, well, that hurt. This one's from @Tim Drake. He says, my friend's kid will just stare at him and meow when he's hungry, since that's what the cat does to get food. This one's from @Jody and Matt. She says, my son told his class that my job is that I stand at a hotel and guys come to see me. I work at the front desk. That's what guys come to see.
He's at the
I
hotel
stand
a
at a
lot.
hotel, yeah, guys
She
come
never
to see
stays
me.
the night. She's only there for a few hours a day. And then she gets paid.
This one's from @Barista Simmer. She says, when I caught my daughter picking her nose, she said, I'm putting it back in.
He's a Sour Patch Kid.
It was a Sour Patch Kid. This one's from @J.E. Hedges Photo. She says, my 9-year-old daughter asked, Mommy, when I grow up, will my boobs be as long as yours? Go to bed. This one's from @TM Cully. She says, found this, this is a picture, found this on the dining room wall, asked what her 4-year-old son what it meant. He said, you can't know. It says, horsehair. That's weird. What does that mean? You can't know.
You must never find out.
Horsehair. Last one's from @Jen Boston. This is a photo. She says, my 3-year-old asked to have her picture taken with store mannequins. Here's the photo. That's cute. That's cute. There you go. Those are tonight's show's hashtags. To check out more of our favorites, go to tonightshow.com/hashtags.
Hey, hey.